Alright, hello guys, welcome back to Pokemon Crystal. Yeah, you guys told me to train my Golbat up to a Crobat before actually facing Chuck. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to get... oh wait, actually this guy does not battle. I thought he battled you, but... yeah, he wants us to climb all the way to the top of the lighthouse. And this shouldn't be an issue. I know there's some hidden items in this lighthouse, so if you guys want to go ahead and find the hidden items, be my guest. But really, I just want to get... I think Golbat evolves in a Crobat at 35 regardless of haircuts and stuff. But yeah, keep in mind that... I think all your Pokemon, even despite happiness, as I go for the Confuse Ray, will evolve at 35. I think even the Evolutions evolve at something like 35. So really, I wouldn't worry too much about getting them haircuts. Just train them up to 35. I know it might be tough for Eevee, but it shouldn't be too bad. It's kind of... I mean, I'll say base happiness was kind of important, but really it was just about levels and training your Pokemon up to get the actual evolution from base happiness. A lot of that had to do with just levels. So, and plus I want Golbat to learn Wing Attack at level 30 because, yeah, I think that's going to be a great option for Chuck, the actual 5th gym leader in Signwood. You guys said that I'm kind of neglecting my Jolteon because he's level 30 or level 20. Really, guys, I just need to wait until he learns Thunder at level, or not. He learns it at like level 52, I think, level up wise, but I don't want to wait till 52 and try to train him, so I'm just really going to neglect him a bit. I might end up showing some actual training of my Pokemon. Many of you guys left, or a couple of you left comments saying that I'm kind of hacking because of my actual levels, but I promise you guys that I've ended up... I trained up for like 2 days straight to get these levels. So yeah, keep in mind that these levels are based on what I think are solid levels to go into some of these gym leader fights, because I might have some levels. It might look like I have decent levels, but actually yeah, I will say that Jasmine's gonna have levels up in the level 35. Her ace is level 35. So I would kind of highly recommend training right south of Ecruteak City or west of Ecruteak City going into Olivine to end up getting the necessary levels on your Pokemon. And yeah, you might be wondering why Bite's not taking out a level 17 Pidgey. Well, keep in mind, I don't have same type attack with Bites, and keep in mind that actually Dark is special. I'm not saying Golbat has necessarily bad special attack, but even Golbat, just like Crobat's, more physical attack based, which is why I'm actually excited for Sludge Bomb, because you can get Sludge Bomb right where you would get it in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, right after defeating Team Rocket in Mahogany Town with Lance. And actually, Sludge Bomb is 90 base power physical, because yeah, Poison's physical, so I really don't know why Hyper Beam would be special, but I have heard it could be. But actually, I do think there was no physical special split. You guys left comments up in the air. Many of you said that actually Hyper Beam might be special. I really don't know. I looked at the Google AI and I was confident that Hyper Beam was physical. You guys wanted my opinion. I'm not just saying Hyper Beam would be physical based on having an actual normal type that, like my Tauros, that would really benefit from having a physical attack. But I think up until, or at least in Gen 3, I know for a fact that in Gen 3 Hyper Beam was physical. I just don't know. Gen 4 got Giga Impact, so no doubt about it that in Gen 4 Hyper Beam was special because they introduced Giga Impact, which was physical, and Hyper Beam became special. But I have heard that in Crystal that Hyper Beam was the only one they made in Crystal that was like kind of like a physical special split with normal types, where actually Hyper Beam would be considered special attack, but I really don't know. It's kind of like there's no natures, or not. There might not be any natures. It's kind of up in the air. You guys wanted to actually let me know if there was nature, or ask me if there was natures in Gen 2. I will say there's no natures in Gen 2. I know that for a fact. Natures did not exist until Gen 3. So actually Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald were the first generations to introduce natures. So yeah, you guys probably thought that Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald were pretty important. Well, they were. They introduced not only natures, but also abilities. Because natures did not exist in Gen 2, and also abilities did not either. So, yeah, like my Tauros would have Defiance, which would... if Tauros had a nature, it would either be Defiant or Intimidate. Intimidate lowers the attack of an incoming Pokemon. And actually, Defiant, if I get a critical hit on Tauros, it actually maxes my attack out. But I know for a fact that based on running into... I already knew this, that... I already actually knew that... that of course, there's no... Not only there's no natures, but there's no abilities. So, yeah, keep that in mind. You guys might think that you'd want to pick like an ability or a nature on your Gen 2 Pokemon, but actually, natures and abilities did not exist until Gen 3. So you guys don't even have to worry about natures or abilities. But I'm just gonna finish off this Meryl with a actual leech life here. And it looks like I'm kind of running low on PP on Bite. And actually, yeah, I think, wait. Oh yeah, now you guys might be wondering where to go. I think we have to click on this, yeah, and then we're gonna run into this guy here. So yeah, there's like black holes or black rectangles in the ground. I will say, when you guys get to the top of when you guys get to the top of the lighthouse, there's no like elevator like there is in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Instead, you guys have to end up taking the actual black rectangles down to the bottom. That's the quickest way to get down, at least based on a pro gamer that I've seen do this. But I bet for many of you guys, this is your first ever playthrough of like maybe Gen 2 games in general, but this is pretty much my first playthrough, like all the way through. I kind of grew up on these Gen 2 games, but I didn't actually, I did not actually end up playing these Gen 2 games, at least all the way through. So yeah, keep that in mind. This might be your first playthrough, just like me. But really, I actually messed around with some of these Gen 2 games. Just like a quick actual story about them. I actually ended up releasing one of my, well, he's like considered a family friend, but I ended up releasing his Mewtwo. It was like a pretty high level. And back in the day, like Gen 2 games, those Pokemon were like impossible to end up catching. Like Mewtwo and Crystal's really hard to catch. Just like all the legendaries in this game, but yeah, especially like Mewtwo was like really hard to catch. I think I was even playing his Crystal version on his Game Boy Color. He let me mess around with it when I was like really young, but anyway, I ended up releasing his Mewtwo, and then I saved on it. My family friend at the time, he was so mad at me, but in the end, he didn't really care too much. He was just a bit kind of like bummed out, and he was a bit angry, but I think eventually he got over it. But yeah, I won't do that. You guys might be giving me a bunch of crap, but anyway, I'm just gonna switch over to Bite and see how much it does. It looks like it's like a 3-shot. I don't have Wing Attack. I just can't believe that Golbat doesn't learn Wing Attack until level 30, but I could actually be fully evolved into a Crobat by then. We'll have to see. But that's gonna take care of Machop right there. Yeah, don't use dark type attacks against Machop, but here's a Pokemon where we can use a dark type move because Poliwhirl is not fully evolved. And actually, yeah, I have a Poliwrath I have not even brought out yet, but yeah, I know I did a lot of. It took me like 2 days to train, and really these levels are okay. They're nothing crazy, but especially with probably having to train up a actual Jolteon until, or not being able to use Jolteon until he evolves into an actual, or not, excuse me, not evolves, but until he learns Thunder, I really don't have an option for him. But yeah, here's a level 18 Machop. And yeah, you guys might be wondering what else I'm going to throw on my Jolteon. I'll be honest, electric type moves are really all I can put on him. He doesn't really learn anything level up wise, and he's kind of hindered by what he can learn like level up wise. He ends up learning I did teach him Flash along with some other moves, like he can learn Shadow Ball actually, but I'm not really a fan of Shadow Ball because it doesn't get the special attack that he has. It just gets, because like I said before, Ghost is physical. So really I'm kind of bummed out that he ends up not getting that. Anyway, here's the Lighthouse, or here's the top of the Lighthouse. And Jasmine says that her sick Ampharos is actually needing an actual secret potion in the Signwood Pharmacy. But she says that's across the sea and she can't leave Amphi unattended. So she has to end up asking us for our help to get the medicine. But before we do anything, there's a Pokeball. There's like an item. I think it's one of those PP boosting items. Wait, holy crap. Oh wait, we go like this. Okay. It's been a while, but yeah, there's a super potion for you guys. I thought it was like a PP usage item, but I guess not. Anyway, I know there's actually a couple hidden items in here. But yeah, guys, just focus on taking this these black rectangles down to the bottom because they're going to be your best way to end up getting back down to the bottom as quickly as possible. But yeah, we're at like 15 minutes to this video. I think we're going to end up saving the actual routes that are leading to Signwood City in the next video. It looks like my Golbat still has not evolved into a Crobat. But I think it's going to happen pretty soon because, it's already a pretty high level. I think I ended up stocking up on, I stocked up on Super Repels in the last video. But anyway, he's talking about the Battle Tower. And if you guys are wondering where the rare candies are, there's only 8 in the game. I'm going to be pointing them out. But yeah, there's only 8 rare candies in the game. Even in the post game, there's still only 8. But yeah, she's talking about the sea that leads to Signwood. This is the actual sea where anyway, I think I just sprayed a repel, but I want to make sure I still have my Firestone. I might not sell that at all, just to have it, but we still have 11 super repels, so anyway, let's go ahead and surf, and I'm going to save up because we ended up beating the actual lighthouse that leads to Jasmine, the 6th gym leader. And yeah, guys, in the next video, I'm still going to lead with my Golbat, but in the next video, we're going to take care of the routes that are in the sea that lead to Signwood. So, stay tuned for more, guys. Thank you.